Let's take a trip back in time in Marvel Strike Force history.
Gaming here. I am just about to start my day and I got a flood of text this morning asking me how in the world did I hit level 65. And so I think I need to make this emergency video to explain to you guys I'm not cheating, don't worry, there's not any funny business going on. How did I reach level 65? So long story short, I work for Foxnet, and I've actually been playing Marvel Strike Force long before beta ever happened. I was alpha testing for them basically, and so when the game came out, I actually had a relationship with them in that I was able to create a proposal to make content for Foxnet. To be able to help them with advertising and marketing, etc. And so the proposal was accepted, and part of that proposal is a large gift of resources to my account so that I can make high quality content with not just like the top 5 players, but with my entire roster, which is why like my roster is deep, and why I have a bunch of other characters near max level as well. So long story short, I have a ton of campaign energy, and using campaign energy on campaigns is one way to get a lot of experience. So in hindsight, I should have curbed that usage a little bit so as not to raise eyebrows. But long story short, guys, I work for Foxnet, and they gifted me a bunch of resources to be able to create video content for them, and I've been creating video content for them for about 6 months now. So I hope that clears things up. Love you guys.
Making this video because I'm concerned about the direction of the game.
The world of Marvel Strike Force has seen its fair share of controversies, but none were as explosive as the KnightlyGaming saga. What began as a beloved content creator rising through the ranks quickly devolved into a scandal that shook the very foundation of trust between the game's developers and its community. Today, we're diving into what went wrong, how it affected players, and why it left a permanent mark on the landscape of Marvel Strike Force. KnightlyGaming wasn't just another content creator, he was becoming one of the most influential voices in the Marvel Strike Force community. His deep dive videos help players optimize their teams, particularly those in the mid-tier and endgame. By late 2017 and early 2018, KnightlyGaming had solidified himself as a trusted source for strategy. For many players, his rapid growth symbolized the potential to excel through knowledge and dedication. But then, in 2018, things took a sharp turn. In early 2018, Foxnet, the developers of Marvel Strike Force, released a much-anticipated update, raising the level cap from 55 to 65. Along with that came new character upgrades and powerful gear that players knew would take months to acquire. This update was seen as a fresh challenge, a new mountain for the community to climb. But just 2 weeks after the update went live, KnightlyGaming shocked the world by unveiling a fully maxed out team, far beyond what seemed possible. Reddit threads lit up, and the official Marvel Strike Force forums were flooded with one burning question: how? How had KnightlyGaming managed to max out his team in just 2 weeks? Players speculated. Did he find an exploit? Did he hack the game? Or had he spent an unfathomable amount of money overnight? Theories were rampant, but one thing was clear: many players were outraged. Those who had spent countless hours grinding felt that all their effort was being mocked by what appeared to be an unfair leap to the top. And then came the bombshell. In a video that shook the community, KnightlyGaming admitted that he had been receiving special perks directly from Foxnet. These weren't minor boosts, they were massive advantages: endgame gear, character shards, and in-game resources that only the top players in the game could even dream of. The confession sent shockwaves through the community. This wasn't just an issue of unfair play, it was a betrayal. Players had trusted KnightlyGaming as one of their own, a player who was grinding just like the rest of them. Now it felt like the wool had been pulled over their eyes. The fallout was immediate and severe. Prominent content creators, including Seatin, one of the most respected voices in the community, didn't hold back in their criticism. Seatin, known for advocating fairness and transparency, expressed his frustration with how Fox Next had handled this entire situation. Was this a one-time event, or were other influencers receiving similar perks? The community demanded answers. Players felt that the competitive integrity of MSF had been compromised. The question on everyone's mind was, if content creators were being given an unfair advantage, what did that mean for everyone else grinding daily and/or paying to stay competitive? Under immense pressure, Fox Next, Scopely, finally addressed the issue. KnightlyGaming's account was removed from the public servers and moved to a private test environment to prevent further disruption to the game's competitive scene. Additionally, Fox Next Scopely promised that moving forward, all sponsored content would be clearly labeled and no content creator would receive advantages that impacted the game's competitive balance. While this was a step in the right direction, the damage had already been done. Even after Fox Next Scopely's response, the scandal left a lingering sense of distrust within the MSF community. The issue wasn't just about one content creator receiving perks. It opened the floodgates to a much broader conversation about pay to win, fairness, and the relationship between developers and influencers. Players wondered how many other content creators had received similar treatment. Was the competitive ladder tainted? And more importantly, could Fox Next Scopely be trusted to keep their word? The KnightlyGaming scandal didn't just impact Marvel Strike Force. It became a cautionary tale for the entire mobile gaming industry. It underscored the fine line between influencer sponsorship and unfair advantages that affect gameplay. Developers need to be transparent, not just with content creators, but with their entire player base. When trust is broken, it's hard to repair. Seatin and other influencers continued to press Fox Next Scopely for more transparency and fairness in the months that followed. And while the community eventually moved on, the scars of the controversy remain a constant reminder of what happens when the line between promotion and fair play is crossed. So, what do you think? Has the new KnightlyGaming of today become smarter about the benefit they receive from the developers? Do they work in teams and in concert together to influence? With many content creators for MSF, some who are often on the wrong side of the community sentiment, could this type of give and take be happening again? Comment down below or private message me. This is a cautionary tale to stay vigilant of the streamers or creators you follow, especially when they are not echoing community sentiment and representing you, or if they are trying too hard to promote the developers or sell you. The strategy is to frustrate you to buy, addict you, but the going business terminology is to keep you engaged. Be content. And if you're passionate about holding developers accountable and ensuring fairness in gaming, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future content. To wrap up, let's watch Seatin and his reaction to the controversy, and don't forget to check the description for more links and videos from content creators on the scandal that rocked the integrity of the game and is likely still affecting our community.
I think I need to make this emergency video to explain to you guys, I'm not cheating, don't worry, there's not any funny business going on. How did I reach level 65? So long story short, I work for Foxnet.
The KnightlyGaming Saga, ladies and gentlemen. This might be one of the biggest influencer-related shit shows that we've ever had in video game history, and I can't wait to talk about this today. To recap the story so far, ladies and gentlemen, KnightlyGaming appears #1 on the strongest team leaderboard in Marvel Strike Force and appears as the first level 65 player in the game. This confuses the crap out of a lot of the endgame whales who are aggressively racing toward level 65 and have yet to attain that because it is so goddamn expensive to get. So yeah, they're super pissed off. They think KnightlyGaming is cheating. A lot of accusations go his way, and then he makes this initial response video.
And so the proposal was accepted, and part of that proposal is a large gift of resources to my account so that I can make high quality content with not just like the top 5 players, but with my entire roster, which is why like my roster is deep, and why I have a bunch of other characters near max level as well. So long story short, I have a ton of campaign energy. I'm not cheating, don't worry, there's not any funny business going on. How did I reach level 65? So long story short, I work for Foxnet.
So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need to worry because there is absolutely no funny business going on. He's just a man that simply works for Foxnet, has 260,000 energy, and used even more of that energy on top of it to boost himself to the #1 player and get ahead of the curve of everyone in the game. No funny business at all. Surprisingly, ladies and gentlemen, after a few hours of this absolute bulletproof public statement being active and also causing mass outrage on Reddit, he got a call from Fox asking him to take the initial video down on Casino's live stream and make a new public statement. And ladies and gentlemen, just when you think it can't get any better, it does.
I'm making this video really quick to address why I got to level 65 so fast. Now I'm actually being paid to create content for Marvel Strike Force. So I am not an employee of Marvel, not an employee of Fox Next, but I am being paid by them to create content as an influencer.
Hey guys, KnightlyGaming here. Just to clarify, I may work for Foxnet, they may pay me money, and they may have a say on what kind of content that I create and what goes up on my channel, but to call me a Foxnet employee, ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen, ridiculous.
I have not been given any additional power cores or character shards, so let me be clear about that. Also, I have paid I think well over $1,000. I know definitely more than $800 on the game of my own personal money myself. Now I'm actually being paid to create content for Marvel Strike Force.
Hey guys, KnightlyGaming here. So I have not accepted any power cores or any character shards from the developers at all. That is just a line I wouldn't even dream. I wouldn't even dream of crossing it, ladies and gentlemen. However, I have accepted money that I've then spent on the game, and I've also accepted lots of energy, which I've then used to farm character shards. Fuck. Now, I know what you're thinking, ladies and gentlemen. Seatin, you're just jealous of KnightlyGaming's incredibly good looks and also his contract with Fox. You wish you were having that big CEO money, my son. And ladies and gentlemen, you're right. But I view this as an opportunity for inspiration. I do not know many influencers that can scam an entire mobile gaming community with a wonderful scheme like BitConnect and then make a triumphant return to bag a big contract with a company like Fox Next and Marvel. So if anything, ladies and gentlemen, inspiration. Surprisingly, KnightlyGaming's second response didn't quite cut the mustard for the majority of the outraged Marvel Strike Force community on Reddit, so Foxnet had no choice but to step in and provide a response, essentially saying two things. And the first one is that KnightlyGaming's account is going to be hidden on the live servers and is going to be shortly removed when the introduction of a content creator server comes up, which is going to be an additional server completely separate from the live one, where content creators can go wild and live their wildest fantasies and make all sorts of great content for Foxnet, which sounds, you know, at least to me as a content creator, pretty damn good. Overall, a complete shit show fiasco that was entirely avoidable at one of the most annoying and crucial times in Fox Next and Marvel Strike Force's lifespan. The last month, the game has gone through, wow, this game has so much potential and there's some really cool stuff, and there's a lot of stuff, you know, that I think they're moving in the right direction, to we're taking steps backwards, everybody's pissed off about something at the moment, and there's just so much shit going down, man. I've never seen a game go from like, well, I can't say, well, just in the games that I've played, I've never seen one turn this fast. Like a month ago, there was so much happiness, and now it's just like, fuck Fox Next, all of the time. Like on Reddit constantly, there's so much community outrage and it just keeps on growing and growing and growing. And I don't want to see the Marvel Strike Force community move like that. I want to see Fox get their shit together, which they definitely need to do, 100%. I think that's what we're all in agreement with, is that a lot of the updates, they are missing the mark on moving the game forward, and they're coming across very much like Kabam, and Kabam, Marvel Contest of Champions, it gets away with it because it's such a large game and it's been out so long, but I don't know about Marvel Strike Force, whether they can get away with it or not, and it's a case of like, you know, even if you can get away with it, why try to get away with it when you can just kind of find a nice balance and move the game forward? There doesn't seem to be much of a reason for a lot of these recent decisions, and it's very, very confusing and infuriating to me as a player, a lot of the decisions that have been made recently, but I really, really do hope that after San Diego Comic-Con, they're just going to come back and sort this out. I hope that everybody has learned some very fun lessons from this fiasco in Marvel Strike Force, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching, take care, and have an absolutely fantastic day.
I'm not cheating, don't worry, there's not any funny business going on. How did I reach level 65? So long story short, I work for Foxnet,